Hi, my name is Sam Richter, and I'm creator of the IAPD Intel engine, and I'm super excited to give you a tour on all of the features and what it can do to help you grow your business. The first feature is the IAPD GPT. Now, you've all probably heard of, many of you have used ChatGPT. Consider this a custom version of ChatGPT. It's been trained on millions of documents on best practices related to business success, along with hundreds of thousands of documents related to the plastics industry. So you can enter in any question and it will provide a great answer. Now, what makes this a little bit different than, say, ChatGPT, besides being trained on plastics industry information, it's also been designed to act as a business coach. So when you're working with a business coach in person, you ask that coach a question, and that coach will come back and ask you further questions, clarifying questions to make sure that it understands exactly what you want so it can provide you an exceptional answer. Well, IAPD GPT will do the same thing. It will ask you questions until it feels like it has enough information to provide an excellent answer. It's also been trained to cite its sources, and you can even upload documents and interact with those documents within the IAPD GPT system. You can also use the GPT system to ask questions on how to best use the IAPD engine. Whether it's learning how to find executives, preparing for meetings, even getting contact information, anytime you have a question, just ask IAPD GPT and it will tell you exactly what to do. The IAPD engine is super helpful with prospecting, finding companies, finding decision makers, trigger events, and more. Under Companies and People, on the drop-down menu, click Company Search. Once in Company Search, you can type in a city, choose a state. Under the Type menu, all the companies are manufacturing companies. So I can choose by employee size, click the employee size button. It will pull up those companies that fit your criteria. I can search for an industry, power management and battery. This time we'll choose annual revenue, search by revenue, and you can even go in and search by NAICS code. NAICS code is an industry classification, and you can find those firms that fit the specific NAICS code as well. Manufacturing execs. So what this is doing is it's running about 800 simultaneous LinkedIn searches using AI. Type in a company name. I'll type in 3M because I can spell it. Choose a seniority level. We'll choose managers. And on the results page, you'll notice that it will be the job titles or the job functions of the people we care about. So you could have found these all on your own on LinkedIn. It just would have taken you a few hours versus a few seconds in the IAPD engine. You can also search for people by seniority. So type in the name of the company, choose a job function, well, choose engineering, and then across the top you can say where are the managers of engineering, directors, VPs, presidents, C-suites of engineering, so on and so on. You can also go back in and search by function, so kind of the reverse. Type in the company name. This time we'll choose a seniority level, vice presidents, and then across the top are the core functions that you'd find at an organization. My guess is you'll spend most of your time using the manufacturing execs feature in the pull-down menu. Under Companies and People, we can also do a power search. So here you can really search for anything. CEOs or chief in Dallas or Houston in the plastics industry who play golf. Now, are there more than 17 in Dallas or Houston that play golf? Sure, but it's important enough they put it on their LinkedIn profile. Trigger events are what's going on in another person's world where they might want to take your call today. Type in an industry, we'll choose automotive, and let's see if there's any mergers in the automotive industry. Let's see if there's any new product launches in the automotive industry. When we find out what's going on in another company's world, it might be a reason to reach out and call. They might be looking for a new supplier. Under meeting prep, we have company analysis. In my sales program, I talk about the 3x5. Spend 3 minutes trying to find 5 pieces of information, or 5 minutes trying to find 3 pieces of information. In the IAPD engine, you just type in a company name and it's really 3 seconds to find 5 pieces of information. Get detailed information about an organization, their brand positioning, value propositions, visual identity, competitive differentiation, market presence, key competitors. What are some of their strategic initiatives that have actually been announced, or maybe what they should consider? It even builds a SWOT analysis. And then the really important part is, prior to your call, read the opportunities and talking points and how to best approach and communicate. Talk to them in ways that they care about. Now this is iterative, so you can go in and ask additional questions. For example, who are the packaging executives? And the system will go out and answer that question for you. Back under meeting prep, we also have industry analysis. So let's say you're entering a new industry. Maybe it's EV battery, and you need to prepare a proposal, a presentation. This will pull up information just like ChatGPT would, but it's pulling up information in the ways that we as salespeople need it, and all the sources are cited. What's going on? What is recent news? Who are the key players? Who are the customer's customer? What are the market trends? What's the regulatory environment in this particular industry? Where are there some growth opportunities? What are some of the challenges and risks? What is the technological impact? What's going on as it relates to technology in their industry? Customer demographics, the market forecast. And then we finish with surprising or startling information that you can use to open up a sales presentation. Now, another tool in here that's really cool is personal analysis. People like to communicate differently. Some people want you to get to the point. Some people like stories. Just type in somebody's name, where they live, maybe their occupation or where they work, and the system will go out and scour the internet for everything from their social media profiles, high school yearbooks, obituary announcements where they were listed, charitable donations, political donations, and it will mathematically build their core values. That's completely accurate on me. It will mathematically build their personal mission statement. That's pretty accurate. Now, this didn't hack into these different personality profiles, but based on math, because generative AI is all a series of probabilities and predictions, it predicts what my score would be if I took a Strength Finders, a DISC profile, a Myers-Briggs, an Enneagram. It's incredibly accurate. My emotional intelligence, my Colby Index. But again, what's most important is near the end of the report, the best ways to communicate. And some of the action words that would resonate with me, and even some of the emotional words that would resonate with me. What's also really helpful is on the industry analysis, company analysis, and personal analysis, you can ask the system to produce a PDF file for you, which you could store in your CRM system, or even print and bring with you on a meeting. News search. Have something that you know about the company before you start that call. You can run a Google News search, or you can even go in and use my search engine that I've developed, because Google News will oftentimes miss a lot of local newspapers, even trade journals. So you can get general news, press releases, blog posts, social media posts. Again, anytime you're communicating with a prospect or a client, talk about something that you know is important to them, which is them. You can also go in and get research reports. I'll choose some reports from the past year. Now, if you put the word in the first field, that's telling the system that that word must be in the title of the document, versus a broad industry, the word has to be somewhere in the report. I type in packaging, and I can go get presentations. I can get industry outlooks, survey results. Well, let's get a trend report. And on the results page, you'll get the latest trend reports from third-party objective organizations. Now this one's 72 pages. Now watch what I can do with this. I'm a big believer in communicating with people in ways that are relevant to them. Under Communications, we'll go to Follow Up GPT, and we'll use the pull-down menu. I want to send a note to a prospect, Joe, at Acme Corporation about some interesting research I found. I'm going to go grab that report's web address, paste it in, and I'm going to go back to the report, and I'll find some statistics. It's 72 pages, so I don't want to pull everything, but let's grab the executive summary. I'll copy that. I'll go back into GPT follow-up, paste it in, choose longer or shorter message, and it will automatically write a relevant email I can send off to my prospect or my customer. A shorter message you might use for an email, or even a LinkedIn message or a LinkedIn post. Great ways to stay in touch with people in ways that they care about. The system will also help you write relevant communications. Type in begin to start the system, and then enter in information. I want to sell my generative AI keynote presentations to Susan at IAPD. And look at that. It went out and found information on IAPD, found information on me and my program, and it even wrote the email. I can even go in and ask it to revise it, put some bullet points in there related to some of the benefits of my program. You can write emails selling to individuals or even general to individuals. That would be something like, hey, I'd love to meet for coffee. And finally, there's contact info. We make it really easy to find contact info. Let's go in and find an individual who we'd like to contact. We'll type in a company name. On the results page, we'll choose design engineers. And here's an individual who I'd like to get in contact with. When I'm on somebody's LinkedIn profile, I'm going to click on the Lead Leaper frog. It's in the browser. It's a browser extension. I'll show you in a minute how to install it. And we can get their contact information. It works about 70 to 80% of the time. Here's how you install the Lead Leaper plugin. Go to the page, watch the 2-minute video, and then click the Install Lead Leaper button. The video will give you the instructions on what to do, and the Install Lead Leaper will install this frog. It's a browser extension, so anytime you're on a LinkedIn profile, you click it and get their contact information. I can also go back into the system, use Email and Phone Finder. I'll use this when the Lead Leaper doesn't work. I type in a person's name, their company name, and it's going to go out and try to identify a verified email, phone number, and physical address. Now, if it can't find a verified one, that's okay. It's going to make a guess using math to determine what it thinks the email is. And it will even give you a couple of other options. I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to your feedback using the IAPD Intel engine.